The Whirlpool Masters is a very special event.
There's never going to be an easy match or an easy draw.
It's like a dream. It's a very big tournament, play the best players in the world.
There are 16 top world-class players.
It's a really strong field, really good mix. It's called the Whirlpool Masters for a reason.
This is the Party Poker Whirlpool Masters from the Barnsley Metrodome, England. One of the biggest events in 9-ball pool, featuring the world's very best in a straight knockout competition. The draw includes 6 times Masters champion Ralph Souquet, twice World and US Open champion Mika Immonen, and that Filipino giant Efren Reyes. Last time, local favourite Chris Melling from right here in Yorkshire defeated defending champion Karol Skwarski, and he'll now face the winner of our next match between Ga Young Kim and Alex Pagulayan.
The Whirlpool Masters event to me is very important to me. For years I've been trying to win it, and I finally won it in 2007. I wanted to win it again because it's been, I can't remember the last time I played in this event. Probably 2008. Oh yeah, I did play last year. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did play last year, and yeah. Well, Ga Young Kim, I know her for a long time, and she's a very good player, very strong player. I am worried, but it's competition.
I watched a lot of his match also, and I love his safety. Yeah, I really enjoy to watch his, safety, because he plays safety so well, and then he always think different with the other people. So I always learn new stuff.
I play the table, and of course I like to entertain the crowds. Win or lose, it's as long as I enjoy, it's good enough for me.
I was in Dancing with the Stars in Korea. I learned a lot of stuff from dancing, because when I'm dancing, I was so nervous. And then when I'm playing pool, I'm not that nervous anymore. So I think it helped with my pool game also.
Welcome to the Barnsley Metrodome for the Party Poker Whirlpool Masters, brought to you by Matchroom Sport. This is round number 1. It's a race to 8. The winner breaks, and your referee is Michaela Tabb. It's time to welcome the players. Firstly, from Canada, he's a former US Open champion, the 2004 World Champion. Would you welcome Alex Pagulayan? And now, his opponent. She is from Korea. She's a 2-time world champion. Put your hands together for Ga Young Kim!
So then, the World Pool Masters Battle of the Sexes. Alex Pagulayan against Korea's Ga Young Kim. She's known in the Korean media as the Little Devil Girl. But will she be devilish to Alex?
Well, she's not a favorite in this match. I know she's the one of the top female players, and very famous in Asia, Korea. But still, of course, Pagulayan the favorite. Depends on the beginning of the match. If she manages to put pressure right from the get-go, then it's still Pegulayan that needs to respond.
She's done very well all over the world and a multiple winner on the WPBA Tour in the States, winning the US Open there on several occasions. There is a gap between male and female players in pool, that is without question, but I think the gap is smaller in this cue sport than any other.
Yes, I have to agree. The biggest difference, I think, is that the number of top female players, there aren't so many. So the competition is not as fierce as with the men. And that is also a thrusting factor, of course. But skill-wise, if we watch this break and run by Ga Yeon Kim, there shouldn't be too much between them. But of course, 9-ball is not only about pocketing balls and playing position, it's also about kicking and safeties. We still have to see how she upholds it against Pegulayan.
Well, one thing is certain, she could not have made a better start. How about that? Ga Yeon Kim off to an absolute flyer. The 2008 World Masters champion Pegulayan 1-0 down.
Second rack, Ga Yeon Kim to break, leading by 1 rack to 0.
Well, we've just seen a brief but insightful flavour of just how good she can be.
Perfect break off. Look, this is the best start possible. Giving the signal to Pegulayan and the viewers that she's here to win. To at least commit herself to winning this match. So what will be the tricky shot in this rack? I say the 1-ball directly. Pocketing the 1, good shape on the 2-ball to allow herself to get all the way up table to the 3. That's the biggest task. Don't think she got there. Now there is a bank shot available. It looks like a double kiss, but it's not on. I don't know if she knows the shot. Ah, beautiful. They play a lot of 3-cushion in Korea. Actually, it's the biggest cue sport discipline. And I'm sure she has gained some knowledge in that discipline.
Well, for the first 3 years of employing a cue stick, that's what she played. And then she turned to pool, and the rest is pool history. She has been a world champion, 9 and 10 ball in the ladies' game. And well known at home because she's had success in the multi-sports events like the Asian Games, silver medalist in 8 ball in 2006 in Doha, and again at Guangzhou in 2010. And she won the silver medal in the women's 9 ball at this year's World Games in Cali in Colombia. And you cannot get more impressive than the way she has begun this match. 2-0. There's a real story developing at the Party Poker World Pool Masters here in Barnsley, because Ga Yeon Kim from Korea leads Alex Pegulayan by 2 racks to 0, and she's breaking off in the 3rd. Alex, a great performance so far.
So far, yes, Phil. Although on this third break, she let down on the speed, and the risk of her subtle breaking speed is that when she does not make a ball, she runs a big risk of handing on an open table with a clear shot on the one. When the player breaks a little harder, he runs risk of not controlling the cue ball, but at the same time not giving a shot on the one if no ball finds a pocket. So maybe a good thing for Alex that Ga-Yeon Kim started so strongly. So if there was any hesitation, any trouble in getting his right mindset, he will have passed that hurdle now. He needs to come with his A game right away.
I've mentioned before that he won this title 5 years ago at the Riviera Hotel and Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. Had the pleasure of commentating on that tournament, and I well recall the fact that he didn't start off all that well, just scraped through his first match and grew stronger as the event went on. The main priority here, not to produce a 5-star performance, simply get through. Well, some noise there in the back of the crowd, very off-putting.
Well, for me and for many players, Pegulayan, one of the most talented, one of the most inspiring players. Maybe the man to follow up Efren Reyes as a player's favorite. He needs to commit himself fully to the game though. He now needs to commit to the upcoming 9-ball and the subsequent racks, because the little devil Ga-Yeon Kim has made her point.
It's a very good standard of pool, it's fluent stuff, and Alex Pegulayan is on the board. He trails though 2-1.
Rack 4, Alex Pegulayan to break, trailing by 2 racks to 1.
The mantra for Pegulayan as he breaks off in rack 4, more of the same please.
The 1-ball found the side pocket. Was a controlled speed here. Didn't really throw his body into the break shot. It's a choice. All the players are watching each other and are trying to figure out what the best speed is on this table. A speed where you make balls consistently, where you have a minimal risk of producing an illegal break. And he is now faced with a shot on the 2. Could play the 2-4 combination, but it's very off. Don't like it. Difficult to make, difficult to play position. Wow, how did he hit that shot? He played that 2-ball, he controlled that 2-ball exactly how he had planned. What a strike.
Well, the shot of the tournament so far for me, that. Beautiful in every aspect. Extreme side employed. Pretty much ideal position.
Leave little angle on the 5-ball, and then he would leave himself straight in on the 6 to the side pocket, a shot which he would not be able to force with speed. So maybe that consideration, a reason to leave an angle on the 5. And to come out 2 rails, center table, towards the 7. He's looking at a workable angle on the 6. Looks like coming out 2 rails, 6 to the same pocket.
When you're queuing diagonally across the cushion like this, always a little awkward. But no sweat for the man they call the Killer Pixie.
Did not pocket the 6-ball cleanly, but the art in 9-ball pool is to play shots at the proper speed. So to maximize the acceptance from the pockets.
Just thinking Little Devil Girl against Killer Pixie. Sounds like something from a Stephen King movie. But this is a Barry Hearn production, the World Pool Masters. And in this first round match, it's going to be all square in just a few seconds. 4 racks played, 3 of them break and run outs. Quality.
Rack 5, Alex Pagulayan to break, 2 racks each.
So then, can Pagulayan hit the front?
Beautiful break. Still not throwing in the back leg. There are 2 ways to play the cut break, or focus on speed of the cue ball, and then the body action would be practiced, or to make a cut break with a lot of side on the cue ball, and that's how Pagulayan played it. Just arm action and a lot of side spin. The side spin not only helping the cue ball towards the center of the table, but it also helps to pocket the wing ball in the corner pocket. A shot many players can learn from. Could also have rolled the cue ball, but in this way he allows himself to strike the ball with authority, punching it 2 rails around the 5.
You know, in the semi-finals of the 2004 BCA Open, in the very first rack of that match, Pagulayan sank 6 balls off his break-off shot and didn't win the rack. I think he might win this one.
On purpose, leaving himself an angle on the 7. A lot more margin for error. Coming in 3 rails towards the 7. Into the funnel, so to say. In 9-ball pool, players use angles to let that cue ball run. Coming in towards the next shot.
What an entertainingly high standard match. And a good comeback from Pagulayan. 3-2 ahead.
Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 3 racks to 2.
Welcome back to the Party Poker Whirlpool Masters in Barnsley, where Alex Pagulayan is feeling a whole lot better now than he was 15 minutes or so ago. He leads Ga Young Kim 3-2, breaking off in rack 6, looking to build on his advantage.
Yes, and the advantage of his type of break shot, where he hits a subtle speed and makes the balls go in with side spin on the cue ball, is that it's very repetitive. It's easier to repeat than when breaking medium hard. Ga Young Kim is in trouble, getting some seed treatment.
I must say, I think it's an inspired move by any pool promoter to include a female competitor in a lineup like this. And it's not gimmicky. They deserve their place and really add something to the event. Back in the early 90s, I was always a great proponent of giving Alison Fisher a wild card to the Masters event in snooker at Wembley Conference Centre. It never happened, and I think it was a great opportunity lost.
Ga Young Kim on her day is able to beat any player, but Alex Pagulayan really bringing out the best so far. So in that manner, the first 2 break and runs by Ga Young Kim have helped Pagulayan to make the best possible start in his campaign this year. He's about to make his 4th consecutive run.
We know that Chris Melling lies in wait in the quarterfinals, and whoever gets through from this match, that will produce a mouth-watering encounter.
Pagulayan made use of the full pocket on that 7 ball, cheating the pocket, enabling him to hold the cue ball.
Alex Pagulayan drinking at the halfway house to victory, 4-2 ahead.
Rack 7, Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 4 racks to 2.
Alex, when you see him play like this, you can understand why he's had such an incredible record over the years at the very highest level of pool.
Yes, indeed, Phil. Though I must say what the level of play of Alex Pagulayan is more defined, more than the breaking and running out, by his safety game and his kicking game. The kick shot being the escape from a snooker. That's where guys like him, players like Pagulayan, like Evan Reyes, really make the difference. That's how Appleton has gained so much the last couple of years, worked really hard on his safety and kicking game.
Well, Pagulayan's tactical nous and knowledge, expertise will be put to the test here. It's a dry break, the first of the match.
Push out.
And Ga Young Kim is pushing out. And not the best push out. She's left the 1 ball on.
Well, it's on, but it's not an easy shot. The cue ball will travel, come all the way down towards the 8 and 9. It's a shot with little future. I expect Pagulayan to play safety. These type of shots, that's where they make the difference. The two-way shots, the aggressive shots. Beautiful. I never spotted it.
Well, Kim left the direct pot and also the double. And swooping in without hesitation, Pagulayan.
And this is what Ga Yeon Kim, I think, misses when she plays with the female players, that there's so many top players. With the men, the level is so high that the sort of shot that Pagulayan just made, those are shots that you need in order to win tournaments, that you need in order to steal racks here and there.
Extension.
But Pagulayan is far from out. He could pocket the 3 ball, but maneuvering position from the 3 to the 4 is very difficult. Pagulayan now considering, I presume, a safety shot. Oh no, what a beautiful execution. Not only the 3 ball blocked by the 6 and 9, but also the cue ball nestling against the 8.
Yes, 2 things you need in any sport: visualization and execution. And there, Pagulayan was top of the tree with both.
Wow, she played that shot with a lot of confidence. Decided quickly. But there was no guessing in finding a trajectory towards the 3 ball. She knew the route. Just no luck this time.
A degree of intricacy involved in cleaning up here. But the way he's playing, you've got to fancy Pagulayan now for 5-2.
Looks at the 6-9 combination as a possibility. Or coming around, playing the 6 towards the same pocket.
Pretty good record in this tournament, Pagulayan. We talked about his capture of the title in 2008. Back in 2006, he was runner-up to Ralph Souquet. On that occasion, Souquet winning the 5th of his 6 World Masters titles.
It's a pretty good record, Phil. I'd like to be a little stricter with Pagulayan. I think he can be the best in the world if he'd commit himself more continuously. He looks very good in this match though. Methodical and patient. Measuring his shots out well.
So basically, you're saying, even though he's got this fine record, he's an underachiever?
Yes, risking to get criticized for that remark.
I think it's a compliment. Very impressive stuff from Pagulayan. He's forged into a 5-2 lead. It's an all-Asian battle of the sexes here at the Party Poker World Pool Masters in Barnsley, Yorkshire, England. And right now, Alex Pagulayan has put up what they call a 5 spot. He was 2-0 down. He's won 5 consecutive racks, hoping to make it 6.
And he lost his feel for the break somewhat. He ran 4 racks on the trot. Then in the 5th, didn't make a ball. This time he made balls, a legal break, but no good position on the 2. He'll tuck the cue ball behind the 7. And again, all Ga Hyun Kim sees is a multiple rail escape. Around the 4. But what future does she have? She's looking at hitting the top rail. When a player considers an escape, it's all about possibilities and chance. Which route gives me a better chance to get lucky? Of course, you try to hit the ball perfect, but more times than not, you won't be perfect. Beautiful hit. And again, like before, with speed. Needs to come with a big stroke though. Close to the rail, little angle on the 3 ball. And her consideration: force the cue ball, get to the 4. Or don't force it and playing a tougher 4 ball. And my sigh is because she left herself long but failed to draw the cue ball back 2 inches. Now the 6 ball is hampering the cueing, making the shot even harder. Don't think she'll take it on even. Maybe forced to play the safety. Containing safe.
And there's nothing safe about that at all.
That's a pity. Or pity, that hurts. She made a beautiful kick shot. And then a poor positional shot from the 3 to the 4. That's just pressure and the fact that Pagulayan has kept her in her seat so long.
Of course, there's extra pressure for Ga Hyun Kim because she's not just playing for herself or for Korea, but she's also playing for women's pool in general, representing that game in its totality.
And I think that's why she looked so frustrated, because it was not just an execution error, failing to draw the cue ball 2 inches, but more a mental error coming from all this pressure.
Six consecutive racks for Alex Pagulayan. His grip on this match tightens.
Here the escape from Ga Hyun Kim. A nice hit, some luck involved. But a poor position from the 3 to the 4 left her too much to do. And forthcoming, the door
Back
wide
9.
open for Pagulayan.
Alex Pagulayan to break, leading by 6 racks 2-2.
Yes, Michaela Tabb, the referee, announcing the scores, and not good hearing for Ga Hyun Kim there in her chair. She's 2 racks away from defeat. And of course, Pagulayan breaking off in the 9th. You're right though, his break off in the last few racks has not been as effective as it was early on.
And that's the tricky part of using a subtle break, a subtle speed, soft medium, medium speed. When you lose your timing just a little bit, you'll stop making balls. But the run of the balls is not favoring Ga-Yeon Kim because she can see the one, but no easy shot for her available. And she's going for an aggressive push out. Aggressive, leaving Peggy Lyon snookered and calling him out to play a multiple rail kick shot or a jump. The jump shot being difficult. The hardest part though is making the one and getting position, getting the cue ball down towards the 2 ball.
Good fortune on 2 counts. Not just fluking the ball, but also avoiding the other top pocket with the cue ball.
This is what a 9-ball player always remembers when in the chair. That luck will turn. It comes, it goes. And if you stay composed, you will get your share. No easy position. Cannot draw or stun the ball to come on the left side of the 9 because the 7 is in the way. Needs to deal with that 5 ball. Oh, she is stunning back. I don't know if she's used to play with the shot clock, but she seemed to rush a little on her shot selection there.
Well, that's the thing with the shot clock, whether it be in pool or in snooker. When you first play under its restrictions, that's the natural tendency, to rush a little too much. You've actually got more time than you think.
Can she do it again? Oh, beautiful shot. A lifesaver. A possible lifesaver. But then she needs to start controlling her cue ball better.
Would you believe the jump shot executed on the nose, and then the 5 ball in mid-table missed.
Very high breathing. I always look at this, now being a coach, but also when I was a player. Looking at players, whether they are breathing slowly, profoundly, or whether they are agitated. What a missed chances by Ga-Yeon Kim. But it comes to show how difficult this explosive 9-ball is. Racks come and go so swiftly. 10 minutes in the chair and you're looking at a 5-2, 6-2 scoreline.
Well, a safety, yes, but nothing to get Peggy Lyon scratching his head about.
Using 2 balls, the 7 and the 9. And Ga-Yeon Kim, she did have a shot on the 5. And it's okay to refuse a shot, but then play the safety full-heartedly. Jump shot. Can she make it 3 in a row? 3 in a row for Ga-Yeon Kim. The first one was a fluke, but afterwards 2 great shots.
I will never leave you that shot anymore.
Yes, Alex has learned his lesson. If you didn't hear what he said, I will never leave you that shot again.
Ah, that's better. She will have a cut shot on the 7.
Well, she's been spectacular in this rack. Let's hope she wins it.
Oh, that ball skidded. Bad contact. Unbelievable, what bad luck.
That was not her fault. That was the pool equivalent of what they call in snooker a kick. An obvious one, a destructive one, and a very untimely one for Ga-Yeon Kim. Look at this, how it's straightened. So cruel, Alex.
Yes and no, Phil. Most of the times the player who's making the most unforced errors in the match will get punished. At least that's my philosophy.
And Alex Pagulayan comes in to clean up the mess. He's 7-2 ahead, 1 more rack required. These jump shots were spectacular. But of course, mingled in were mistakes. In the end though, it was all about the skid on the 7. And after that, I'm afraid she knew her goose was cooked.
Pagulayan is not having any position. In the first 4 breaks he did manage to have position after the break and make balls. My assumption would be that he would up his speed on the break, control the cue ball a little less, but have a more productive opening of the rack. But he will watch other players after this match. He will sort it out and try to think of the best speed for this table.
And how about the 2-9 combination to finish off the match? It was full of spectacular shots. Alex Pagulayan coming through convincingly by 8 racks to 2.
Well done.
Super stuff. And there's that combination again. Right into the heart of the pocket. An abrupt end to a cracking contest.
The table plays perfect, especially the way I'm rolling.
Of course, Alice was tough, but other than Alice, everybody will be like really tough for me. Yeah, I made a couple, good shots, but I played a couple bad shots.
I know her for a long time, and I know she's a very good player, and I know she can compete with the man. Cannot take her lightly, so I know she can beat any one of us in any given day. So.
Alex Pagulayan progresses, and he'll now face England's Chris Melling in the quarterfinals. Next time, Mosconi Cup teammates Carl Boyes and Niels Feijen clash on the table, here at the Party Poker World Pool Masters.